have no idea how hard I had to work for this lighting. Oh my gosh. It's like, where do I begin? I've been gone so long. I made notes because I got a lot of videos that I owe y'all. Okay, so anyway, where have I been? Y'all, I've been around here combating the consequences of veganism. Veganism ain't for me. Whoever the heck is for, congratulations to you, but veganism is not for me. I was on my deathbed. It's like I was resurrected and then I died again, and then I was resurrected and I died again. I really wasn't resurrected. I was just, I guess my body was just attempting to thrive in adverse conditions. I went and got more blood work done because, you know, the first set of blood work, I guess I didn't want to see the signs that this mess wasn't working for me. And iron, vitamin D, my sugar was out of whack. So my doctor ended up letting me know that I needed to go on like a high behind dosage of vitamin D to get my levels back right. So I'm on like the 4th week of that. The 2nd week I felt like highly functional. Okay, the first few days, of course, I could tell a huge difference, but it wasn't until like the 2nd week that I was taking them that I felt like I could actually, like I believed that I could have my life back again. Same thing with the iron. That has helped tremendously. So anyway, that's my little debacle with veganism. It didn't work. I did it for 15 dang on months, and obviously it depleted my body. I know a whole lot of people, they have all these wonderful stories about how great they did on it and how everything reversed and everything was made all better. It did a complete opposite of that for me. It also messed with my dang on mind. I told y'all I was battling with depression. I think I told y'all. If I didn't, I'm telling you now. I never felt like that a day in my life. I'm around here thinking, you know, well, it's because, you know, I didn't have a church home, and it's because of this, and it's because of that. Child, it's because I was vitamin D deficient. If you're vitamin D deficient, it will lead to depression. And not just that, a whole host of other things with being a dang on vegan will lead to depression. Watch some of the videos on YouTube, because I know I watched a gang of them. I put in a search bar like why I stopped being vegan or something like that, vegan no more, and all these people who stopped being vegans, all the reasons that they stopped being a vegan, we had the same symptoms and problems and complications. I took notes, y'all, so that I could remember. I know brain fog was one. Body temperature fluctuations that started messing with my hormones. Skin breakouts. My skin was trash. I thought it was because of the desert and all this other stuff. It's amazing how, like, when your mind is convinced of something, because I was convinced that veganism was just this ultimate supreme way of living and eating, etc., so nothing could be wrong with it. That can't be the issue with anything. It has to be everything. But I made excuses for it all, okay? But it wasn't veganism's fault. That's a lie. Skin done cleared up. I can think clearly. I ain't around here feeling like I'm on my deathbed. It had gotten real bad, y'all. I was in Sprouts, and it got to the point where I felt like I just couldn't go on. Like, this lighting just can't go on. I would have to pray before going into the store, like, God, get me through this. Like, I need the energy. I ain't have energy to stand up, y'all. Give me the energy to get what I need out of this store and to get out of this store. I know that one day that I had to go into Sprouts and get into one of them little scooter cart things, because it was like too much for my body to do simple things. All them preachers about veganism, they better preach to somebody else. Depression, anxiety, lethargy, just completely lethargic, constantly hungry, never satiated. I could sit up there and, like, if you're plant-based, you're familiar. You have to eat like a boatload of food in order to get anywhere near satiation. Or maybe that's just the way my body's set up. Just imagine going 15 months without a constant sense of calm, which is what, you know, the itis and satiation brings you. Just imagine what that does with your mind. Because, like, there are hormones that are released that kind of like bring about a peace inside of your body, that your hunger is gone and everything is okay. Imagine not having that for 15 months. Adrenal fatigue, I was bedridden, joint pain. Y'all, it was like I was 80 years old. You know, all this mess about, oh, veganism is the way to go, it's the way to go. Why the heck you guys take all them supplements then? If you're supplementing, that means that whatever it is not in your diet. So you have to supplement, right? If it's so beneficial and so supreme, why is the stuff not in the diet? Also, another thing you gotta be very careful with, like you gotta turn into like a scientist and a mathematician if you wanna be successful at being vegan. This converts into that, but if this does that and it binds to this and you get, what? I ain't never had to put all this stuff together before I put food in my dang on mouth. That ain't for me. Always thinking about food, like always thinking about food. I was a greedy beanie before. I was Little Miss Piggy before. This was different because again, you're not satiated. So it's like as soon as you finish with one meal, you gotta automatically start thinking of the next meal. Like, what am I gonna eat next? Because in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna be starving like I ain't ate in 20 years. When I started back eating meat and dairy, I also noticed within the first week, the depression was gone. Just lifted, just like it just dawned on me like the darkness had left. That's crazy, right? That's real crazy. Oh, also that there's just a calmness. Like, I don't know, I guess it's because you don't have to sit up and think about, well, what's in this and what's in that and is it okay to eat and where can I eat? It is so stressful. If anyone has an eating disorder, has ever had an eating disorder, or is prone to getting, or I don't know how you say it, an eating disorder, veganism would probably be your worst enemy. I've never gone through having an eating disorder, but I can definitely see how it can play with your mind and fuel that type of behavior, because your whole world will begin to revolve around what you're going to eat, and also that control, because that's the whole point of an eating disorder, right? You have control. This is like an insane, absurd amount of control, you know, like a stressful amount of control, just stuff you shouldn't even have to worry about and contemplate about and spin your wheels about. You do when you're vegan. I also put on here freedom. You know, I've experienced freedom, similar to what I just said. I don't have to stress about what I'm gonna eat. I went to Florida. If you follow me on the gram, you already know that. I went home to Florida and I went out and had dinner, and I think that was the easiest, most least complex order I've ever placed in my life. I just ordered it, didn't think twice about it, and I was done. I didn't have to ask the waitress or the waiter to call the chef and ask what's in this and read the ingredients on that, and it gets hectic being vegan. If you vegan or plant-based, you know the life when you go out to eat. You got to interrogate people. And the fact that I could just order something, be done, eat it, no stress, no worrying. I'm pretty sure that sends horrible mess off into your body when you eating and you stressed. I could eat it, be relaxed, be chilled, not freak out, not panic. It was just a different experience. My life is different now. I'm free. I'm free. Who would ever think that your diet choices, your food choices would lead to stressful situations? I never imagined that for my life, but that's the situation I found myself in. Even getting out of it, I have to watch myself, because there are also times, this dang on light, and I'm gonna have to move soon. There are also times where my mind goes back to old ways and old patterns, and where it wants to evaluate and pick apart stuff when all of that ain't even called for. Just eat it and move on. Shopping is simpler now. Like, it's just a whole lot better and more free now that I'm no longer vegan. Non-judgmental. When you're vegan, it's something about veganism that I feel is a cult. Just go with me here, okay? You're eating things and you're like, I don't eat this and I don't eat that and I don't eat this because of this and I don't eat that because of that. Like, just see what this little yellow brick road is leading to, right? You'll find yourself, or I found myself, being out judging people. I'll be at the grocery store judging people. They put their little meat on the counter, judging people. You got your little milk up there, judging people. I'm at a restaurant judging people. Just all over the place judging people because people weren't doing what I was doing. That ain't right. I can't get mad at them. They weren't around there killing themselves like I was doing either, were they? I'm gonna listen to my body before I listen to somebody on the internet that I may never meet. Okay, my body told me she wanted fat. Give me fat. Give me some fat, girl. When you think about it, with a vegan diet, what a fat at? I wasn't eating avocados every day all day. You know what I mean? I wasn't eating chia seeds every day. And that's not a substantial amount of fat anyway. And then something else I started thinking about as far as like the brain fog and stuff is we gotta think about the fact that our brain is like 60% fat. It's all fat in there. To go as long as whoever goes, you know, on a vegan diet or an extremely restrictive diet where you're allowing 0 fat into your body, that ain't healthy. There's so many parts of our functions that require fat to run. It doesn't seem like it, but it does. And actually, the vitamin D supplements that I'm taking are fat soluble. You know what I mean? Like, I have to eat something with fat in order for them to actually go into my system. There was this one girl whose video I watched too, where she was vegan and, you know, she stopped because her hormones got all out of whack. Basically, veganism threw her into like pre-menopause or however, whatever the heck it's called. She was in her 20s. The fat that you need for your hormone balance, you need that. And again, with a vegan diet, your behind ain't getting that. So it just threw everything out of whack for her. And I know with my body, I'm pretty sure it was eating away at my hormones because I was hot one minute and cold the next and moody. And I was just like another person, y'all. People got on my nerves. I was short-tempered. I told y'all I couldn't even stand too long without feeling like my body was gonna shut down. Like I felt like I always needed to lay down or sit down. It was a horrible experience for me. Even when I first went vegan, I remember maybe like a few months in, that's another thing, I lost all my muscle. Like muscle just gone, butt gone. Like I just wasted away. But I thought, since I'm eating healthier, because I told y'all the vegan diet is so supreme, the vegan diet ain't to blame. It's everything but. So I lost my butt. I remember my energy levels just not being the same. Typically I'm like, it's me, And I was just kind of like, I thought it was because I was getting older and, you know, maybe my body is just slowing down. But now I see that even in the beginning of this mess, my body was like, girl, what is this? So yeah, I want to hop on here, tell y'all what the heck been going on with me, why I've been missing. I wanted to do videos so bad, but when I tell you I didn't have the energy, I wasn't in the right mood, I was just in a funk. Y'all know I was battling that darkness. I was hungry. I was just a whole lot of things. And the last thing I wanted to do was spruce myself up to get in front of a camera. You know, it took everything in me to even just get up and go to work. Because it's like when I would go into the office, I would do my business, I would leave. I could probably make like one stop on the way home. That's probably all I had in me. And then I would go home and that was it. I was out for the rest of the day. Excuse me, the weekends, honey, if it didn't involve my Kindle, what you got that thing? I'm sorry, my Fire Stick and me on my sofa in my bed, I wasn't doing it because I just did not have the energy or zeal or temperament to get out and be around people. It was bad. We good now. I thought the last time, I'm good. No. I think my body was just attempting to adjust and acclimate to the foolishness. But now that I understand that I don't need to try my body like that ever again, I think we straight. I'm back. Okay, I am back. Go ahead and comment down below your thoughts, your opinions, your viewpoints, your feedback, your suggestions, and all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all on the next video.